Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today's Tuesday, February 21st. It is 6:22 right now. Market's going to open in about 8 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and set up this room real quick and we'll get started shortly with our analysis for today. Just got a couple of things here to update. And we should be good to go. Looks good. Let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. It's sent out. All right. So as people join in, I'm going to go ahead and start marking up liquidity over here on the daily chart. Go down to the 8-hour chart. Down to the 4-hour chart. Down to the 2-hour chart. Down to the 1-hour chart. Down to the 30-minute of that red. Down to the 10-minute. And it looks like we are good to go. All right, guys. Pretty much have all liquidity here marked up. As you guys can see, first level of liquidity above is going to be at 38,578. And the first level of liquidity down below is going to be at 38,545. So there goes the first two levels of liquidity right there. We'll see what happens when market opens. The volatility right now is at 6, so it's pretty low. We'll see what happens here on open. This upper level looks like it's going to get hit pretty soon. So we'll take a look at that. Here is our clean chart. I'm going to mark up 6:30. Mark up 8 o'clock. Let me see if there's structure up here on the 4-hour time frame. So there's structure, but it's pretty far up. There. We also have support here, which is price. Price is currently in the 4-hour support. Our resistance. And it looks like we're good to go. All right, so with that said, we currently have price within the 4-hour support right now. I mean, it's a pretty big zone. I might have to go on the 1-hour and make it a little bit tighter because it's just way too big. All right, that looks a lot better. All right, so we got price over here bouncing off the 4-hour support. and we'll see what happens here in the next few minutes or so. So, all right, guys, good morning, everybody. Looks like majority of you guys are here so far. Today is Wednesday, February 21st. It is 6:28 right now. Market is going to open in a few moments. As you guys know, I'm going to be taking only 2 entries for my own accounts. I'll be taking the PRB entry for the breakout and the breakout V3. So basically those 2 entries are the only entries that I'm personally looking to take. I'm taking them with a 5 contract size. That's going to require that I have 7 wins to win. And in order for me to blow my account, I need 4 losses, which is technically 8 losses. So I need 8 back-to-back losses to lose. I'm basically going to take this slow and steady and show you guys that, it's possible to reach a profit goal within a month. It's going to take a while, but it's going to be slow and steady. So for the most part, guys, you will see this, my account, this new account that I just reset from start to finish, and you'll see like where it ends up in the next, couple days, couple weeks or so. So, all right, guys. Morning, everybody. Market is about to open in about less than a minute. See who's here so far. Morning, Kevin, CJ, Nicholas, William, Daniel, Shannon, Andreas, Bamal, Cern, Sisuk, Randy, Nick, Rashida, Vince, everybody. Morning, guys. I'm taking a 5 contract size per trade, Vince. So every breakout I'm taking, it's a 5 contract. It's estimated to make or loss 625 per trade. So if I have 2 wins for the day, it's going to be 1,250 profit for the day. If I have a loss, 1,250 profit or loss. And if I have 1 win and 1 loss, it's going to be break even. So my main thing for the day is probably going to be, it's either going to be a win for 1,250 per account, break even, or a loss. So I either have to get 2 wins, 2 losses, or 1 in, 1 and 1 loss. So I basically have 2 chances every day with these breakouts. Hey, Lucas, morning. All right, guys, price is pushing up right here. There's no V1 pattern yet. Market is now open. I'll mark up opening price right here. Price is skyrocketing up. I hate when this happens because it's super tricky with like how price moves, but it's okay. We're gonna work with it. I still gotta follow the strategies as they're meant to be taken, so it doesn't really make a difference for me. Yeah, it doesn't make any difference. I'm still gonna be looking for my entry here. So in order for me to have a breakout V3, I will need to have a V1 pattern. There's no V1 pattern, so there's no entry for us yet. Obviously. There's no trend established. Well, I mean, there's a bullish trend here, but it's not very strong for the PRB yet, so I'll be looking for that as well. There goes the liquidity there. So if you guys took liquidity, as I mentioned, I said this red level here was going to get hit. It did get hit, went straight to full TP. The next level above also got hit right there. So if you guys took either level here for liquidity, both levels right there got hit for full TP. I believe there was a news this morning at, I think, 4:30 or 4 o'clock. So 4 o'clock, 5, and 5:55. And that's about it. 4, 5, 5:55. Let's mark that up over here. Yeah, we're getting some pretty intense candle movements here. It's all good. We're gonna let it'll probably stabilize before we get any entry points, but you guys can see how crazy these candles here are moving. This is why it's very important that you guys are fully aware in the market. You're not just like blanked out taking random trades. It's really easy to get faked out here. All right, so looking at the PRB chart over here, there's no entries yet. The trend just shifted from buy to sell. I mean, you guys can see it's pretty obvious. The ATR just jumped. You guys can see the ATR was 6 like just 2 minutes ago. Now it's 18. It's moving pretty crazy right now, guys. Yeah, it's moving pretty crazy. So just sit tight. I mean, there's no entries for us. Once the entry comes up, we'll be looking for it. But right now, there's just nothing at the moment. Hey Gary, morning. Morning, David. Morning, Stephanie. Morning, everybody. Yeah, just chill out, guys. There's no need to force anything here. If price comes up and then we get a rejection off the pivots, then okay, we'll start looking for a PRV. Right now, there's just nothing there. It looks like we might get a V1 pattern here, though. So this is something to look out for. Looks like there is a V1 pattern here that is starting to set up. We might get a breakout V3 entry or a possible buy here. But we'll see. We just got to keep following it here. It's got to close green. If it doesn't close green, there's no structure. There's no rejection off the pivot, so there's no setup for PRV yet. Yeah, exactly. Next site could also be setting up for a PRV sell. Yeah. Okay, so this candle didn't close green. There's no structure there. So still nothing here. We're just following it. However, it could be setting up for a PRV. And the ATR jumped up like super crazy. As you guys can see over here, the ATR was at 6 and went up to like 15, 18, now it's at 20. Huge jump in an ATR right there. I believe the Fed minutes are being released today. So later today at 10 o'clock, Fed minutes are being released. I'm just really curious what's causing this crazy spike. Let me check out CNBC real quick. Okay, so NVIDIA just released their major earnings report. Stock falls for a third day as Wall Street braces for NVIDIA's major earnings report. That's going to be released today. NVIDIA has been like kind of carrying the NASDAQ market, and I don't think they're in US30 right now. Let me check. I don't think they're in US30 anymore. They were in US30 a long time ago. Yeah, they aren't. Next check. Let me check real quick. Dow 30 stock list. Well, let's just see what's causing the change right now. So let's go change in percentage. Not really much. Walgreens is like down 3%. I mean, that's the only thing that's really dumping price right now. It's really Walgreens. Point wise, Salesforce is down 5 points. Microsoft's down 3 points. Yeah, there's not really too much. It's kind of been interesting to see how big or how heavy, the Dow here is dumping and bouncing back and forth. When realistically, there's not really much going on. I mean, if you look at the stock index here, it's pretty flat for the most part. I mean, it's not flat, but it's not like super heavy down. It's down 137 points. It's not like down like 230 points right now. So we'll see. I mean, I feel like it's going to stabilize. It's just kind of getting this like crazy push back and forth, but I think eventually it's just going to stabilize. There's not really too much going on behind the scenes causing any of these spikes. There's no news right now. News is at 8 o'clock, so by that time we're going to be done trading for the most part. There was an MPS that came up right here. As you guys can see, Maddie and Daniel identified it. Nice. Kevin said that they announced that Amazon was going to be added to the Dow on the 26th. So later next week, there will be a Amazon added to it. Kainer's asking, would this be a BB3? 627. I mean, there's no double body right here, Kainer. So if you look, I mean, if you just look right here, there's a sell signal with a red candle, but there's no V1 pattern up here. It's 627. Yeah, I don't see any double wick or double body anywhere nearby. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. Nothing here. Nothing here. I mean, there's one way back here, but this wouldn't qualify because it'd have to be the first one closest to entry. So there's no entry there yet for a breakout V3. Which one are you talking about, Gainer? There's none right here. Or there's one right here, but it's not I mean the entry didn't come, the entry is right here, so it'd have to be right here. Yeah, no, it wouldn't meet criteria, Gainer, because it'd have to be this one. This is the high. So there's no V1 pattern there. It'd have to be the one that's right before it. Because it just invalidates it. If there's one before it, so if there's one right here and there's another one after it, this one is no longer valid. It's the one that happens right before it. Yeah, no problem. All right, so we have price retracing back up right here. We don't have a V1 pattern here, so there's not going to be any breakout V3s coming up anytime soon. Again, we would need to have a V1 pattern before it, like right before it. Kaner did identify this properly. I didn't see it properly because the wick was so small, but either way, it would have to happen right before it. So it's got to happen right before the breakout V3. Let's see if this one here would have played out though, if it didn't come up. So this one would have played out if it was the case. It dropped down about 28 points, which would have been nice, but unfortunately, we didn't have the luxury of taking a trade like that right there. So it's all good. Price is swinging back to opening price over here. We just had this crazy big spike over here, and then now it's coming right back up. Let's see. Yeah, Nick said it could have to do with these earnings. It's having a heavy effect on the market. Yeah, no, definitely. It could be earnings. I don't know which companies released earnings today or if they did, but if they did, then yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that would be the case. So we have a PRB here that might be setting up for a sell. It's not there yet, but if it swings back down. So if we get price to push up and come back down, this might be a print for the PRB entry. If not, then there's just no entries that are available yet. 640 right now. We've got about 20 minutes until 7. 7 is the cutoff for the PRB, so we will have to see where this goes. Yeah, Maddie mentioned if this candle here closes red, then we'll have a V1 pattern here, double body. So you have a possible double body rejection right here. This will be a V1 pattern. Might be able to look for a sell at this point. Not yet, but the pattern is setting up right there. There's no PRB setting up yet, though. You have a BV3. All right, so we got the V1 pattern here. Now we need a sell signal and we need a red candle to follow it. So we're looking for a red candle or a red signal, and then we're looking for a red candle to follow it. We got the reversal pattern right there. So basically what we're looking at right here is price came down, came up, set up reversal. Now we're looking for a continuation back to the downside. That's where we'll take our entry. Now we need a sell signal. Looks like this could start to set up for a PRB entry as well. All right, so we're getting the rejection right there, Maddie. So we're getting the print. Step 1. See how it closes. All right, so we have the print right there. We're looking for space. Nicholas said, why did a loss suddenly appear on my Apex? Anyone had this happen? Not me. You can check the loss limit. What does it say, Nicholas? Well, what does it say when you get the error? You probably hit your trailing drawdown. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. Yeah, if it says that your trades are auto liquidated or you can't open any trades, typically it means that you hit your trailing drawdown. You might have hit it yesterday and you didn't realize. You can check on Tradeovate if you log in. It'll tell you where your drawdown's at. If it's like past 5, or it's like if it's in the negative, then yeah, it's been violated. All right, so we don't have anything here yet. And we kind of, no, we don't have space yet either, because this is kind of rejecting off it. This might be the space that we're looking for. We still have that V1 pattern, but it's not, I mean, it looks pretty good. You guys can see here, it's rejecting off this area. Maddie, is this space right here? I forget, now that we're applying all these other requirements, do you consider these space right here? Or not yet? Because it's rejecting off the bottom pivot. I forget if it can reject off the bottom pivot. I think it can, right? It just can't reject off the top. Gotcha, okay. All right, so we got space right here. Gotcha. Okay, thanks, Maddie. Thanks for confirming that. So we got space right here. We're now looking for price to come back down. Gotcha, okay. Yeah, I know, I remember now. I'm always looking at like a bunch of different strategies. I forget this. All right, so we're looking for this here. And there's no entry yet, but maybe on the next candle. So I want this to push up and come back down. Like maybe like just come up a little hard and then come back down with a red candle. If that's the case, then this will be a PRB entry. You got the sell signal right here too. Yeah, there we go, Maddie. Looks good. So I'm waiting for this candle to close, guys. If this candle closes and there's a wick rejection off the pivot right here, then this is going to be an entry for the PRB. There has to be a wick rejection. It's going to show that there's strength with a push to the downside. It's not looking great. No, there's no entry there. That was close, Matty. I was watching it. I hate when it comes up like that, where it's not like super clear. So that was close, but no entry there, guys. We're looking for that wick rejection for a push to the downside, and then it came up at the very last second. So no entry there. It was really close. I was waiting for it to close. Thankfully, I waited for it to actually close, because if I didn't, I'd be in the position, right? So there's no entry there. So there's a bunch of sessions right here bunched up. Thanks, Maddie, for just mentioning that. I think some of you guys mentioned this earlier too. It's in an area of manipulation. This whole area here is like an area of manipulation, as you guys can see. Because there's so many sessions right here. This is why we don't trade around this area, right? We try to avoid this area as much as possible, because you can see whenever price gets magnetized to this area where these lines are at, a lot of manipulation happens. That's exactly what happened here. Price just got manipulated up, and then it'll probably get manipulated right back down. Hey, Maddie, this is a PRB, right?
Order filled. Order filled.
So this is a PRB right here, guys. I had to take one right here for the PRB. It's at the session, so it's like in the red flag area, but this is a PRB, so I got to take it because I can't skip trades like that. All right, so let's see. Profit level is going to be down here. This is a PRB. You guys heard my thing. I'm taking every breakout, guys. It doesn't matter if there's a red flag or any of that stuff. I'm taking every single entry that comes up, whether it's a PRB or a BB3. So I'm following it in the position. Now we're looking for the BB3 to come up. That's going to take some time, but this one here is currently running. see. I gotta see, so we're looking for that sell signal. We have another V1 right here that's lined up with the other one. We have a pending sell signal right here. So if the sell signal closes and we get a red candle after it, this is gonna be the breakout V3 entry. So we got two V1s right here. V1 right here, V1 right here. I didn't even realize that thing rejected off the pivot until the very last second. So I kind of got in at like not the best entry point, but man, it looks decent for me there. So I'll have to watch it in case I have to pull out. Like if it hits TP and it doesn't actually close me out, I'll have to watch it just in case. We got the pending sell signal right here, so we need this here to close. This is going to be in confluence with our PRB entry. So if this closes here, it'll be a good sign because it's going to probably keep pushing down further from where it's currently at. The only problem is that it's right at the sessions again, which is what makes it a little tricky. So no sell signal yet. It's currently pending.
Order filled.
All right, I'm out. Full TP on the PRB. I guess I got in a good entry. So I'm already out of the PRB, guys. Full TP on that. It looks like it's still technically still running, but you guys heard my thing. It said order filled. So I'm out of my PRB entry. I'm now looking for a breakout V3 entry next. I'm just looking for that sell signal and then looking for sell signal and a red candle after it. So I'm out of that PRB. Now we're looking for the sell signal. We're looking for a red candle to follow it. Once we get that, we will be looking for entry. So sell signal, red candle. We have a V1 pattern right here. We just need that sell signal and a following red candle, but the volatility here is kind of low. Yeah, Lucas said he missed the PRB and sat out because he didn't want to get in late. Yeah, which is fine, Lucas. I almost missed it too, but I got to take it because that's the only way I'm gonna be able to track this properly. So I got in and out of the PRB, guys. Now I'm just waiting for this breakout V3 to come up. I try to play with the settings over here on Tradeovate, but it's I was trying to get the weekly profit to show up on there, but it's not showing up. I don't think anybody knows how to do that. Let me check the options here. Or I'll do it later. It's not really necessary right now. Anyways, we're still looking for the breakout V3 entry, guys. We're looking for a sell signal, which hasn't come up yet, and then looking for a red candle to follow it. We still have the V1 pattern here. I'm just hoping there's no other V1 patterns that come up because we're not a V1 pattern, but another high. Because if we get another high, it's going to invalidate the zone, and we're not going to be able to use this as the breakout V3 zone. Nick said he's got those quick fingers. So I made a decent profit on that trade. I made about 634 on all my accounts. I think that's what I was supposed to make, right? I made a little more. I was supposed to make 625. So I got some in my favor. I like 634 total P&L off that. So I think what I'll do is I'll keep my Tradeovate on, guys, at the same time so that you guys can hear when it says order filled and you guys know exactly when I'm in the position. Because if I don't, then it might be a little hard for you guys to know for sure when I'm in a position or not. So you'll hear it. I'll tell you that like an entry is coming up and then you'll hear it on my screen as well. It'll say order filled so that you guys know. But just keep in mind, I'm always going to take every PRB entry that comes up. So every PRB and also every breakout V3, taking both of those entries. Okay, guys, so unfortunately, there's a new high right here. So there's no more any V1 pattern at this point. We got to wait. So there's no entry for us here now. And we just got to wait. So I'm going to have to take this off. and there's no breakout V3 setting up right now. Now it's just a waiting game for us to have another setup here. So as you guys can see, price is again sitting at sessions. This is an area of manipulation. It's not a good area to be in. It's tricky. So this is why we typically avoid the sessions, but for the breakout V3 and the PRB, we can't avoid it because this is, I mean, this is just kind of where it's at, right? This is the breakouts. Like if you avoid too many trades for the breakouts, you're just not going to have any entries at all. So that's why it's important that if you guys are taking the breakouts, that you guys are staying on track so that you guys can follow it properly. Because if you like, say for example, if like just because there's a sessions there and you decide to avoid it, and that trade's a win, and then the next day there's no sessions there, but you take the trade and then it loses, and you take that one, then you're not going to have the win-loss ratio that you were looking for, right? So you just got to stay on point. Like if you want to take all the breakouts, take all the breakouts. If you just want to take the breakout V3s, take all the breakout V3s. If you only want to take the PRBs, then only take the PRBs. But you gotta make a choice. For me personally, my game plan is to take every PRB, every breakout V3. I split my contract size in half. I typically take 10 to 12 contracts. So right now I'm taking 5 contracts for every single trade. Each trade, I'm basically destined to make profit, break even, or lose. But I have two opportunities. So I basically need to have 2 wins, 1 win, 1 loss, or 2 losses. That's the only way to come out of this with profit or no profit. All right, so we have another V1 pattern here, guys, pending sell signal right here. If the sell signal closes, we'll be looking for the following red candle. And after that, we'll be taking the breakout V3 entry right here. Yeah, it's a V1 pattern right here, Henry. So if I ever draw a structure like this will confirm that it's a V1 pattern. There's double wick rejection right there off this higher high. Now we just need to get that sell signal. Once we get the sell signal, we can start looking for the entry. But at the moment, obviously you guys can see here, price is going sideways. And it's pretty whack right now. So give me a second. I'm going to take a screenshot of my profits real quick. So we can post, or you guys can see where I'm at. All right, so I got that right there. Now I'm going to be looking for entry. All right, we have another sell signal here that is currently pending. We just need the sell signal to close. Once the sell signal closes, this is going to open up our opportunity for the breakout V3. But again, it's just going to take some time. A lot of sideways movement right here. The ATR is starting to die down quite a bit. It's currently at 18. It was like at 20, 22 earlier. Now it's coming down a little heavier. Here's our clean chart. So you can see price is actually rejecting off the 1 hour resistance right now. This is the 1 hour resistance. So price is rejecting off pretty nice at the moment. Here we go, as price comes back down. Still waiting for the sell signal. The PRB is still technically running, guys. If anybody's still holding on to it, it's still technically running. I mean, I'm already out of it, but it's still, if you got greedy and you're like, oh, I don't want to get out when Sean gets out, it's completely fine. Because it looks like it's going to come back down anyways. So it's still running. This trade's been running for a long time. For a breakout entry, it's been running for a long time. Gotcha. Yeah, Josh is still on it. He's still in it on his FTMO. So hopefully we get the sell signal right here, Josh. Like it spikes right through to your TP. Hopefully you get some nice slippage right there in your favor. Gotcha. Yeah. So Josh said that his TP hit on Apex, but it did not hit on FTMO, which it's normally the case, right? It's just the execution times, slippage is not the same. So it's all good. Yeah, it's all good. Hopefully it comes back down and just spikes right through. I think once we get that sell signal, if we get the breakout V3 here, it'll probably come right through. Gosh, it's just a matter of time. Nick said both of his hit on time, so that's good. His FTMO and his Apex both hit same time. That's solid. Yeah, you really just need the sell signal, Josh. Once that sell signal comes up, it's gonna blast right through. And that's exactly what we're looking for here. Yeah, Maddie said if it prints, I think it'll go down. I agree. That sell signal is really what's holding it back. It's had that pending sell signal for like about 10 minutes now. I think once it finally closes, it'll actually finally dump back down. So again, we're just waiting for it's really close to your TP if you guys are still in the PRB entry. It's really, really close. Like right there. Another pending sell signal. See if it finally closes. We got to stop talking about it. We just got to stop talking. We got to stop expecting it because the more that we expect it, the more it's going to play. So you just got to not pay attention to it. Like what happened with the PRB entry, right? We were waiting for that PRB entry to come up, and as soon as like I took my eyes off it, I was like, okay, there's an entry there, and then I ended up getting it a little late, but I still got in for a pretty nice TP. So, all right. We got all eyes on Josh right now. Josh is just waiting for it. He's waiting for that sell signal to close to get him down. Yeah, Maddie said he's looking for it to break the previous low, which is also what I'm looking for, which is good because that's where this line's at, right? Once price breaks and closes past this level right here, we're not even close. If it just like spikes through, that could be a good sign. Because realistically, price is going sideways. You can see here, it's pretty obvious. Price is going back and forth between the 1 hour resistance and basically just this area right here. Because this right here is the 1 hour resistance. So this is the 1 hour zone. It's literally going sideways. You can see here. Just goes back and forth, back and forth. But eventually, hopefully eventually it'll finally it's just churning right now. So you guys can see it's just going back and forth in consolidation. It's preparing for a breakout, which I think the breakout will happen to the downside. It's just churning up and down, up and down. It's like luring some more buyers in because people think price is going to go back to open, right? I think a lot of people think price is going to go back to open here, which I mean, might happen eventually. But what I see right here is the market makers are kind of just churning price before it decides to just blast right through and then come right back up, right? You guys have seen this before, fake out pattern. Price goes sideways, fakes out super hard, comes right back up, back into the range. Or it could be luring sellers too. Yeah, so it could be luring both ways. So this is kind of what I see right here, right? It could probably be luring some buyers, spike down to stop them out, luring some sellers down here, and then come right back up. And then at that point, then it goes back to opening price. And then whoever entered the buys over here they're all pissed off because they're like, man, I knew I should have waited, right? That's typically what happens. Like they'll like lure in the buyers, spike price down, lure in the sellers, stop them out, come back up, and then finally shoot up. All right, we have another high right here, guys. If this high here closes, there's no more V1 pattern, so there's not going to be a breakout V3 coming up anytime soon. So unfortunately, we have another high right here. Yeah, there's no V1 pattern, guys. So unfortunately, we're going to have to wait it out again. This is what we hate about slow markets. ATR is down to 16 now. So you guys can see the market is substantially slower than it was earlier. Market started over here. So right before the market opened here at 6:30, it was at 6 ATR. It went up to like 14, 15, 16, 20, 22. Now it's down to 18, now it's 16. So it's back to like, for the most part, average ATR, but there's just not much direction here. There's no V1 pattern. Let's see if another V1 pattern sets up. I mean, technically, if you're following this old V1 pattern, it still hasn't gone past this area, right? V1, V1, V1. There might be another V1 right here. Quadruple V1, 4 V1s back to back to back, and then possibly a swing right back to the downside. But we'll see. Maybe this is the fake out that we were looking for. Maybe it faked out right here, and then now it's going to provide a V1 up here. If this current candle right here closes red, this is going to be another V1. But there's just nothing here yet. All right, so let me just take this off. And again, here, I'll just post my profits up real quick so that you guys can see where I'm currently at right now. I think everyone else posted their profits too. All right, so as we wait for that V1 pattern to come up, here are my profits from the PRV. So I locked in about 650 per account. So let's do the math here. 650 times 19 plus 625. So I made a total profit of 12,975 for the day so far off the PRV. This is my full TP that hit. You guys heard the entry come in and out. So that's currently my profit so far with just one trade. So Apex 12,975 Apex profit PRV today. So that is currently where I'm at right now. Price is coming back up to opening price. Looks like it's coming back to that point. So right here, it churned for a bit, swung up, not swinging back down. And again, we're just looking for price to come back down from this point. There might be a V1 right here. So if this candle closes red, there might be a V1. Let's take a look at the team profit so far. So let's see, we have Kenneth over here, total profit of 734 for the day. Nice work, Kenneth. We have Nick, total profit of 731 on his Apex, and a total profit of 250 on his FTMO. Nice work, Nick. We have Terrence here, total profit of about 1,000 per account. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 accounts, a total profit of about 5,000 for the day. Nice work, Terrence. We have Jonathan here, total profit of 1,000 for the day, full TP. Nice work, Jonathan. We have Andreas, total profit of 2,180 for the day. Nice work, Andreas. We have David, total profit of 125 for the day. Great work, David. And we have Vimal over here with a total profit of 625. Great work, Vimal. Looks like he rode that to full TP just like I did. All right, we have the V1 pattern right here. We have the V1 pattern. We're looking for a sell signal, and then we're looking for a red candle to follow. Once we get that, we can look for the possible entry here as price continues to come down. So my entry happened over here. I'm going to take a screenshot of this real quick for the PRV. Delete this so we don't have random alerts come up. All right, so we're looking for the sell signal. Once we get the sell signal, we can start looking for the breakout V3 entry. But as you guys can see right now, there's no entry available at the moment. Looking over here, we have some more profits from Vince. Vince locked in a total profit of 625 for the day. Nice work, Vince. So his Apex locked in about 500 for the day, and his FTMO locked in 625. Nice work, Vince. Yeah, you guys done pretty good so far. Let's see, Kenneth said the CFTC reported that open interest report shows that majority of traders are long right now as of Friday. Nice. All right, if that's the case, then it looks like we should be going short. Where did it show the institutions at, Kenny? I know it shows the institutions, shows retail. I'm assuming institutions are, well, the only way that it really works like really well is when they're opposite. So if the institutions are short and retail is long, then yeah, shorts might be the way to go this week. We'll see. All right, so there's nothing here yet. Kind of just waiting right now. This here to play through. All right, we're still looking for the sell signal, which we don't have yet. The ATR is getting lower and lower as we speak. We do have a V1 pattern here. Okay, so Kenny said shows institutions are long, retail is short. Gotcha, okay. So I guess maybe we should be long then. Which is fine. I mean, we should be long term. So I think long term we should be long, but for the most part, doesn't make like a huge difference for the these scalps and breakouts we're taking. But no, that's good to know, Kenny. So in the future, I guess, or like I guess for the next week, preferably, long positions. Okay, so the V1 pattern here disappeared. V1 pattern over here disappeared. There's no longer a V1, and we're now looking for another V1 pattern before we can look for the breakout V3. Henry's asking, what about the pivots? There's no pivots for the breakout V3. Pivots are only necessary for the PRB and for the other entries that we take. So if you're taking the regular scalps, that requires the trend. For the breakouts, the trend is not required except for the PRB. Yeah, because for the breakout version 3, it's mainly just looking for a momentum breakout. All of the breakout V3 patterns here did play through pretty nice though. So we had a sell signal here with the red candle, straight through to profit. Buy signal over here with green candle, straight through to profit. Unfortunately, there's no V1 pattern, so we couldn't really take anything here specifically. Price is now back up over here. It looks like a V1 pattern might be setting up. If this candle closes red, it'll be a V1 pattern. If not, then it'll probably keep climbing higher. Damn, look at the chart over here. I mean, the screen from earlier. So the big spikes over here pretty much wiped out all the liquidity that I marked up earlier. So as you guys can see, sometimes it doesn't matter which direction you're trading in because the liquidity will get knocked out in pretty much every direction possible, as you guys can see here, right? So that's pretty crazy. Pretty much all liquidity I marked up here got hit and wiped out super quickly. Here are my forex trades. And my forex trades are still running there. They've been running for a while now. I'm currently up like 9,000 on this account. It was I think I started this with like 5. I just like taking swing trades to follow the market to see how it's moving. But then of course making profit on top of it is also another plus. So all right, we have a wick rejection right here. This might be a V1 pattern that we were looking for. But again, there's still no opportunity for entries here. See how far this came down from this point. Oh man, it's fucking has me on here. All right, so again, we're just waiting here. Not much for us to work with. All right, no V1 pattern, guys, unfortunately. We had the V1 pattern, but again, it just got invalidated. So price is still climbing up from where it's currently at. Here's our actual main chart. I mean, if anything, price might push up or might try to push up close to the sessions over here and maybe come back down. But there's just not really much here going on. The volatility is just dead now. It was moving pretty smoothly earlier, and now it just slumped. We do have the Fed meeting minutes, FOMC minutes at 10 o'clock today, I believe. Yes, we have the Fed minutes over here. We have Fed Bowman speaking at 10, then we have the Fed minutes over here at 11. So, I mean, if anything, the market might just run slow from now until then. Of course, I'm going to sit around and wait for the the breakout B3 to come up, but it might take some time before it does. Yeah, the pivots are starting to shift to the upside, so it's starting to turn bullish, which is completely fine, guys. I don't care wherever the breakout goes. The breakout can be for a buy, it can be for a sell. Doesn't really matter for me. But we are starting to get that bullish push to the upside. There's another momentum pullback scalp that just came up. Daniel just mentioned. Yeah, so price pushed up over here. The trend confirmed, retraced on this red candle, and then it came right back up. So if you guys took this here, it looks like it went straight to TP. Right there. If you guys were looking to take the momentum pullback scalp, so price pushed up, red candle here, entry happened right here at the 80 mark, filled it real quick, and it spiked up to TP. Nice work, guys, for whoever caught that. Right. Today's not as well. The thing is, it's only 7:14, so we gotta like kind of give it some leeway. It looks like the market is kind of like trash right now, but it's still kind of early. I feel like we've been waiting for so long that I thought it was like 8 o'clock already, but it's only 7:14. So we actually haven't been on the market for that long. That's kind of the thing that I like about the PRB, right? The PRB happens so quickly that like you're done by 7 o'clock, typically done by 7 o'clock. But now that we're factoring in the breakout V3, sometimes they both come up a little early, sometimes they don't. I mean, looking at the spreadsheet over here, let me see if I can pull it up again. So typically the entries, I mean, sometimes it looks like the B breakout version 3 will come up a little later sometimes. So if I look over here at the times, you guys can see here that it does come up a little late sometimes. It comes up like at 7:50, 7:06, 7:41, 8 o'clock, 7:17. Normally they come up around like before 7, but sometimes they do come up a little later, like 7 o'clock, 7:30, 7:40. So we kind of just have to be patient. But if there's no entry by 8, then I'm probably not gonna force it. Made pretty decent profit for the day so far. I'm up. Let's see, where am I at right now? So across all my accounts here, made about 650 per account, total profit of about almost 13,000 off just one trade across all my accounts here. So like I said, guys, I just reset my main account. This is like the first account that I started my Apex with. So you guys will see this account go from fresh account to hopefully passive in the next couple of weeks. I did the math. So here's a math of my trades. So as I mentioned, I'm going to be taking 2 breakouts every day, right? So 5 contracts times $5 per point or tick, whatever you want to consider it, like whatever we're trading here. So 5 times 5 is 25. That's going to be $25 per point or tick times 25 points. So I'll be making about 625 per win. So per trade, per breakout I take, per PRB, per BV3, I'll be making or losing 625. So I'm taking 2 entries a day. If I have 2 wins back to back, that'll be 1,250, right? So for this right here, we're going to divide this number by the profit goal. Profit goal for 150K account is 9,000 divided by 1,250. I need about 7.2 wins or 7.2 winning days to pass an Apex 150K account, only applying these 2 strategies. So you guys can see it's not that difficult. I just need to have 7 back-to-back, not back-to-back. I need 7 days of winning trades out of an entire month, right? You have what, 25 days to trade, 5 days each week, 4 weeks in a month. So in a month, hopefully within those 25 days, I'll have 7 winning days. There's going to be break-even days in between, and I'll show you guys from start to finish that that's kind of where we're going to be aiming for. So that's the goal there. I just need to have 7 winning days, and then I will pass the new account that's just brand new fresh. So this one's like a brand new fresh one right here. It's like one down the middle. This one's fresh. So we'll see what happens in the next month or so. So in order for me to win, I need to have 7 wins. And then in order for me to blow my account, I need to have, so it's a 5,000 trailing drawdown divided by 1250. I need 4 back-to-back losing days. So I need basically 8 losing trades back to back to back. Like you have to lose 8 times back to back to back. You know how impossible that is? Because we never even lose that much. If you guys look over here at the data, like I think the most we've lost back to back is maybe 2, right? I need to lose 8 back-to-back trades for me to blow my account. So basically, I've done the math and I've basically just done the formula to make it literally impossible to blow an account. Like it's literally impossible for me to blow an account. I have to go like on such a crazy losing streak, like 8 back-to-back breakouts that lose in order for me to blow this Apex account. So you guys can see that I'm really taking things conservatively to show you guys if you guys just take these 2 trades with me every day, you know, win or lose, PRB, breakout V3, you should be profitable and you should be able to pass your challenge within a month or 2. Obviously, if you want to take it riskier, you can take bigger contract sizes, but the 5 is a sweet spot. I think 5 is just where I'm going to stick to because like I'm not here to make big profits every single day. Like I just want to have consistent profits, right? So like for today, we took 1 trade. I'm currently up 12,000 for the day. 12,000 is pretty good across all my accounts, right? Like I can live off 12,000 a day. Like 12,000 a day is way more than enough than I need. Um, it would technically be 13, but you know, around that point. So you guys just have to look at it from a bigger perspective. I feel like people get more greedy when they want to get those bigger numbers every single day. But I think, you know, if you're making about 12,000 a day, like let's just do the math. If you're going for 12,000 a day, where I probably would be making more. So it's actually not 12,000 because I'll be making 1250 times 2 times 20. No way. I didn't even realize that was the math. Okay, so wait a minute. That's a lot of profit. So I could have 20 accounts. I've never done the math, but basically every day I'm going to be looking to make or lose 50,000, right? I mean, the number is big because you multiply them by like 20 accounts. So 50,000 profit or loss or break even. But the win rate's so high here from our testing that you're going to make some profit every week at least. So, damn, that's crazy. I'm just kind of shocked now because now I didn't really do the math, but the profit is pretty, and this is taking conservative lot sizing too. I'm taking only a 5 contract. Like if I could make this much every single day or like risk this much or break even, and then like say for example, we lost yesterday, right? Say we lost yesterday, then we win today, then we lose tomorrow, then we win on Thursday or Friday, wait, tomorrow, Thursday. So say we have like 1 win a week. If I could just have 1 day where both of the trades win, which it happens pretty often, you know, from the spreadsheet over here, like there's a lot of days where there's just back-to-back wins, and there's like some days where there's just break even. From the data that I pulled from January 29th up until February 16th, if we took every single trade, it would either be break even or profit. So the number here is crazy because if I can just have 1 winning day out of the entire week, like say, for example, I have 2 losses, or I have a loss on Monday, win on Tuesday, loss on Wednesday, win on Thursday, and then win on Friday, and I just have 1 win for the entire week. This is how much profit that I would accumulate for that week off the 20 accounts. Obviously, not everybody has 20 accounts, but if you just have 1 account, you would make about 1250 at the end of the week. Where if you have 2 wins, you'd have 2,500. And then from there, you just add another account and add another account, add another account. And the numbers here add up. Yeah, no, the math was off. I just realized because I was doing it per account. But so it actually would be 1250 times. I was like, there's no way it's 50K. There's no way. So that times 20, 25K, which is still good. I just realized I looked at the math right here. I did it times two, but 1250 is for the entire day, which is still good. 25,000 per week is still like, and that's conservative. If we're only having one winning day, which is you're probably gonna have way more from the day that we pulled. That's still pretty good. 25, and this is like super, super conservative. 25 times 4 weeks out of the month, that's 100,000 a month. And then you take your 80%, 80,000. I'll take it times 12. So basically almost a mil. And this is only having one win every single week. That's why I'm okay with taking these one trades a day, or two trades a day. Because I'm in it for a long game, right? I'm not here to make like 100,000 in one day. I don't care about making 100K in one day. I'm cool with making 100K in 1 week or 100K in a month, and then consistently doing that over and over and over again, versus, being up 100K for one day and then have a crazy losing streak. Then your trade psychology is all messed up, and then you have like a big day and then you lose everything again. I like slow and steady. Like I like to see my account move up like this, right? I like to see my account just slowly go up, maybe have a loss here and there, some break evens, come up a little bit, break even, come up a little, break even. I don't need to have like the big wins where I'm going like slow for a bit and all of a sudden I just have one big winning day and then a crazy losing streak. Because I'm sure this has happened to a lot of you guys, where you guys will have like a really big win and then you just a bunch of losses after. And then you just end up at break even. I feel like this is bad for your psychology, because like you're never really going to know if you're going to find consistency, because you're just going to keep like winning and then losing a bunch, and then your trade psychology is going to be all screwed up. Like we can get at the same place. Like you can probably make big profit and then lose it all, and maybe profit and then lose it all, and maybe profit. And then I can be doing the same thing, but just make a slow climb to the upside. And then we both end up at the same place, but I'm in a better place because I'm not all stressed out about, I'm not all stressed out about the trades that I'm taking every single day, or I don't feel like I need to take more trades because I already have a game plan. I'm like, okay, I'm taking 2 trades a day and that's it. 2 trades a day, win, lose, 2 trades a day, win, lose, two trades a day, and then just rinse and repeat the process every single day. Yeah, I think that works out a lot better for me personally, and I think for a lot of other people. And the good thing is that we're done trading by 8. So I'm cool with that. Taking 2 trades a day, make a couple $1,000 per account, and live stress-free basically. All right, so there's a V1 right here that is setting up. Maddie mentioned, actually not. CJ's asking, so it's 80 instead of 90. Well, you start off at 80, but then you can go to 90. I mean, if it's like with FTMO, it's the same thing, right? You start off at 80, and then once you're consistent, they bump you up to 90. They give you a cash account. They give you a cash, I forgot what it's called. I know there's a PA account, and I think there's a cash account where it's like considered like where they really, really copy your trades. I think for the PA, they don't necessarily copy all the trades. They wait until like you've proven yourself, and then when you're really, really good, then they move you to a cash account. So yeah, it starts at 80, goes up to 90. All right, 7:30. This is it's kind of counterproductive because I was kind of hoping to just be in and out for the day, but it's all good. We got till 8. 8's the cutoff for the breakout V3. See, this is what kind of sucks. Like once you make your first profit, because then you kind of just want to wrap it up. The good thing about this, about applying both the PRB and the breakout V3, is that if you lose a trade, so say for example we took the PRB and we lost, then we just be waiting for this breakout V3 to recoup that loss, right? We're like, okay, 1 loss, and then now we're looking for the win. That's typically what how it would work. But when you have a win already, you're kind of like, all right, do I still want to trade? But I got to follow my game plan. This is the only way my game plan will work if I follow the strategies that are supposed to be applied. Yeah, exactly. Maddie said yesterday was the first back-to-back loss he's ever seen. Yeah, me too, Maddie. From our data over here, there hasn't been a back-to-back loss like from January 29th up until February 16th. I've never seen one. So it's all good. I mean, it was bound to happen eventually, right? You can't have like 100% win ratio like forever. I mean, the win ratio here is still 71%, but it's a one-to-one strategy. So basically, if you're doing a one-to-one and you're up 71%, you basically made like 21% in profit, which is pretty massive, you know, if you think about it, especially if you're on a big account. Yeah, Nick said these last 2 weeks have been the most losses in a row I've personally seen Sean take. Yeah, because that's the thing with these breakout strategies. For these breakout strategies, they're not as high of a win-loss ratio as our normal strategies, right? Like you guys have seen my results for like the previous years. Yeah, no, and exactly, Nick, and that's what I'm trying to get across to you guys. We're trading differently right now. We're not. I mean, it's still the same, but it's not. It's the same because we're still trading momentum. We're still trading trend for the most part. The only difference here is that we're trading one-to-one. One-to-ones aren't necessarily supposed to be high win rate, right? You don't really find one-to-ones that have like a 90% win rate or like a 95% win rate. If you guys look at the results from like last year, I didn't take any one-to-one entries. I took maybe like a couple with the original breakouts. But if you look at my results from 2023, we had an 89% win rate. We had pretty much wins every single day. But this is why we were trading at a negative risk to reward because, you know, you trade a negative risk to reward, you're almost always going to win, right? It's like clockwork. Sometimes you're going to have some back-to-back losses, but for the most part, you're going to have back-to-back wins. So this year is slightly different because we've changed it up a bit. Like you can see over here in January, we had a bunch of wins. And then over here in February, some losses because we're doing one-to-ones now, which it's just up to preference. There's nothing wrong with taking regular scalps. The only thing is that I want to have something that's more structured, I guess, to say the least. That's kind of what I'm looking for. I just want more structure because I hate sitting on the live session for like an hour and a half and then not having any entries at all anymore. Like I just want to be done. I want to take my entry between 6:30 and 7 or 6:30 and 8, take my 2 breakouts and then just be done for the day. Not have to look at the charts, don't get FOMO, don't get revenge trade, don't get any of that feeling because I already know that for today, I only have 2 opportunities, right? I'm only taking the PRB or I'm taking the breakout V3. That's it. Anything after that, you know, you guys can take whatever you want, but I'm not going to be taking any other trades myself on my account. I'll do analysis for you guys, but I'm not going to be stressed out thinking like, oh crap, like get FOMO because I see a breakout V3 continuation coming up, but I'm already in profit for the day. So it's just up to preference. You know, everyone kind of changes their preference from time to time. It doesn't mean that the strategies don't work anymore. It's just that I find myself at a better peace of mind trading just 2 strategies a day and being done. Because you guys know it. I'm pretty sure everybody here has experienced revenge trading and FOMO, right? You guys see people in the group locking in like massive profits. Like, oh, we don't see them as much anymore, but you guys would see people sometimes who would post like 10, 20 trades a day, right? And you guys would get FOMO. Like we get off the live session and then you see people posting like 10, 20 trades. And then you try to trade after the live session and then you blow your account, right? I think just sticking to these 2 strategies will prevent a lot of people from doing that. Because if you can just stick to these 2 every day, and we have the data here to back it up, you're going to be profitable regardless. You just have to be disciplined to take 2 trades and just be done. Come back tomorrow, do the same thing. Take 2 trades, be done. Or for example, today, if the breakout V3 doesn't come up, you know, you should be okay with taking 1 trade and then being done as well with the PRB that we took earlier, this one. So I'm cool. I'm fine with it. If the breakout V3 doesn't come up, I'm not going to force it. But we still have 30 minutes, so we're going to be hanging out for quite a bit until this injury comes up. The ATR is dying down a lot though. So as you guys can see down here, the ATR is getting very, very low. But this doesn't mean anything to me. It doesn't matter. ATR is not a big deal to me because it doesn't matter if the ATR is low, ATR is high, if the market's going sideways, if the market's going up, market's going down. I'm still looking for these two strategies no matter what. There's no restrictions between them. The only thing is that we cut off at 8 o'clock. So that's where the cutoff's going to be, 8 o'clock. Let me see if there was news today at 8. There's news at 8:30. It's low impact, 17-week bill auction and 2-year FRN auction as well. So either way, guys, I will I'm gonna be waiting here to make that trade, and then once I make that trade, then we can I guess chill out for a bit. Or I still gotta get on the mentoring session, so it's not a big deal. Yeah, CJ said Sean just wants to get the bread and leave. Yeah, and I think that's how everybody should be, CJ. I think that's like the proper mindset, right? Make your money and then leave for the day. Because the longer that you stay in the market, the higher chance it is that you're going to lose your money. It's like at a casino, right? If you guys ever go to a casino, you should make your money and leave. If you guys go to a casino, you make some money, you just hang around for a bit, and you just sit around, and you look around, and you want to play, and eventually you're going to want to play more. And then you go back to play more at the casino, and you blow all your money, right? That's always been my thing. Like even at the casino, like I play a lot of craps, so I'll make my money playing craps, and then I'll just pocket money over time. Like say I start off with like $1,000 and I'm up like 2,000. I'll pocket 1,000 and I'll just play with whatever else I need to, which is house money. And I just keep pocketing 1,000, pocketing 1,000, and then eventually I'm like, okay, I'm done. But when I'm done, I'm done. I'm not like hanging around at the slot machines or anything like that. Being tempted to come back to the table. So it's the same with trading, guys. You guys just have to understand that. The market is not your friend. I think you guys have to that's like one thing that a lot of people don't realize. Like the market's not here to give you money. The market's here to take money from you. So once you make your money, you take money from the market, you have to understand when to step away. And that's just, it's just gambling in general. Same with sports betting. Like any type of gambling in general. I know like people sports bet too. And you guys run into the same situation. You'll bet on a team, you're like, okay, I'm done for the week. You bet on another team, and then you end up losing all your money. Yeah, Shannon, I'm learning tough lessons. It's all good. I think everybody has to kind of learn on their own pace. Not everybody learns right away. I mean, I didn't. I've been trading for like 12 years now, so I wasn't profitable the first 4 years. I'm not going to lie and say I've been good at this forever. I pretty much sucked for like the first 4 years, and then the next 4 years I started getting a lot better, and then now I'm consistent. I probably didn't find real consistency until like maybe 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. Ever since I started this group, I started to find a lot more consistency because I'm trading in front of an audience, right? I can't make mistakes here. Like you guys can get FOMO on your own. Like I'm pretty sure all you guys here in this live session or on the YouTube, you guys have gotten FOMO because nobody's watching you. Like I'm pretty sure you're just looking, you're like, oh, the price is dropping right here. And you're like, oh, it'd be cool if I take a sell. And then you take a sell position right here. And then you get lucky, right? I'm sure that's happened to a lot of you guys. You guys are just watching the screen. And you're like, oh, I'm going to take a sell here. It hits TP. And you're like, okay, cool. Price comes back up. You're like, okay, I'm going to take another sell. Nobody's there stopping you. For me, I can't take dumb trades like that because you guys will hear my screen. Right? We'll be here and you'll just hear order filled. You're like, what the fuck? What's Sean in? And then you're going to try to get into the position too. So I can't like sneak positions here because you guys are all watching me. So it's kind of a benefit that I'm on this live session because I can't make mistakes and I can't really FOMO and revenge trade. All right, so there's still no opportunity here for the breakout V3, guys. Unfortunately, I mean, this is just a slow market now. The ATR is super low. And it's just not really moving too much. It's coming down a little bit, but then now it's coming back up. Let's go to the clean chart. This will give us a better image of like where price is currently at. Let me mark up structure here. So we got structure right there. And we got structure. right there. So here's our clean chart, guys. You guys can see that there's not really much going on. Price consolidated here for a bit, shot up, faked out, came right back down. Came back to this resistance down here from earlier. Now it's bouncing right back up. So it's really just in a big range right now. Thanks, Maddie. So we actually have a V1 pattern right here. Thanks, Maddie, for saying that. We might have opportunity here for a buy. The breakout V3. Thanks, Maddie. Thanks, Madhu. Pending buy signal right here. And if that closes, we'll look for a green candle to follow it. Let's see. Shannon said, appreciate knowing on my 8th year, but with so many life interruptions and no interruptions because learning the correct mindset. And now learning, yeah. Yeah, no, exactly, Shannon. The thing with me is like I've been trading for 12 years, but my first 4 years were on and off. I was in trading every single day. When I started trading every single day, like for the past 5 or 6 years now with you guys here, that's kind of where I got better because I found the consistency. I figured out what time frames I'm good at. I figured out what assets I'm good at. And what time, like what specific time periods to trade in. So yeah, I figured 6:30 to 8 is probably the best time for me to trade because that's typically where I find the best volatility and the best opportunities for entry. All right, guys, so we have a V1 pattern right here, pending buy signal. See if this here ends up providing opportunity for entry. So we got about 15 seconds on this candle. Let's see if this candle actually closes. All right, we got the buy signal. So we need a green candle to follow. If we get a green candle after this, this is going to be the breakout V3 entry. The candle has to close green, so just keep that in mind. There's 40 seconds left on this candle. Still got a bit of time on it. So just gotta wait. Let's see how it closes. 30 seconds left. It's a lot of time. Volatility is low. We'll see how this here closes. Still got 20 seconds. I'm gonna wait until like the last 10 seconds. I don't want to get too trigger happy with this here. This thing can easily jump at the last second. So we're down to like the last 5 seconds, guys. The candle closes green, entry. Gotta wait for it to actually close though.
Order filled.
Fuck, I'm in the position. I'm not supposed to be in the position. Let me get out of this. Because like I said, guys, it just ended up.
Order filled.
I'm out. F my life. I had to wait for that thing and it didn't well, I ended up getting out with profit. I just moved my limit order a little lower. So guys, this is what I hate about the candles when they're moving too slow. They ended up I swear it was green initially. And then sorry guys, that's my bad. I like literally waited till the last second and I swear it was gonna turn green and then it just ended up coming down. So unfortunately, no entry there. To Doji candle, I'm looking on NinjaTrader. There's no color at all at this right now. Let's see. Nick said, I think it's green, right? It's just a flat candle for me. So I don't see any green there at all. Because I look at NinjaTrader and it's flat. So unfortunately, no entry there, guys. I made like 20 bucks profit on that trade. It's all good. I just moved I moved my limit like right down and I had to pay like hella in commission, so it didn't end up giving me very much. All right, let me just take another screenshot of my profits real quick, show you guys where I'm at. Not really anywhere. It's all good. So we're still looking for the entry, guys. Don't worry. The entry never came up, so we're still looking. I had to get out of it because there was no entry there. So again, we're gonna wait for the next opportunity here to come up. Whoops. And again, we are now waiting for the next opportunity here. All right, Lucas, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Vimal said it's a no trade, isn't it? What do you mean, Vimal? What's what do you mean by no trade? This right here? There's no entry because there's no V1. I wouldn't consider this a V1 pattern. Yeah, because there's no, like, you can't really tell what's going on with the body right here. The body is just too it's too flat. You can't even tell if it's like on the same level. Like, you can't tell if it's green or red. I mean, it would have been nice if there's a V1 pattern right here and then opportunity for a sell, but obviously nothing there. So guys, here are my profits so far. You can see that I just made like about like another 50 bucks, not a lot. So I made about 700 per account. That's basically where I'm at. I just pulled out really quick. I got in, got out. That's pretty much it. 700 times 19. So I made 1,313, or sorry, 13,300 plus 675. So I made 13,975. So real quick. So this is my profit so far across, and I'm putting this so that you guys know where the profits came from. 975. Apex profit or additional profit from the incorrect BV3 entry. So I'll try to stay as detailed as possible so that you guys, when you guys do see my profits, you guys see exactly where it came from. You guys can see it, just the increase was slight. It was just very slight. So I was at 650, now I'm at 700 per account. And now we're still looking for the entry. It's 7:46 right now, so we still have like 14 minutes until we got 14 minutes until 8. So I'm gonna hang tight, look for the entry. I'm gonna try my hardest not to cut short anymore. So if there's no entry, I'm not gonna cut short. I'm gonna wait until 8 o'clock. If there's an entry, then yeah, we'll cut it short. But if there's no entry, I'm gonna wait until 8 o'clock because that entry could still come up. Nice, congrats, Kenny. Kenny just passed his Apex account. So big congrats to Kenny right there, catching that. Might get another V1 here, Maddie said. Yeah. I'm just looking for that V1 pattern. Once we get the V1 pattern, we can look for another opportunity. But you guys can see the market volatility is very, very slow. The ATR is now down to 11. You guys can see how far it dropped. It went from 6 to 22 to 20 to 16 to 12 to now 11. It's like watching paint dry. Yeah, awesome work, Kenny. I'm always happy to see you guys here profiting, right? If I'm not profiting, I'm fine because I don't want to make profit on another day. Like yesterday. Yesterday I took a loss, right? Yesterday was kind of whack because I took a loss, but I was okay because I saw everybody else here profiting. So here's some more profits here from Shannon. Shannon locked in well over 1,000 for the day, 1,400. Nice work, Shannon. Great work right there. We have Gian over here, total profit of 1,338. So big congrats to Gian over here as well, getting funded or not getting. Or did you get funded, Gian? You did, right? Yeah, Gion's a little shy. This guy's a shy guy. He doesn't want to share his his passing with everybody. Let's see. Yeah, if you can. So guys, thanks Gian for asking that too. Guys, if you guys can go to the Discord, there's like another scammer in the group trying to like you can see over here. If you go to start here, it'll say glad you're here, Kodi Kai Trades. Just right click on his name. Or actually not, yeah, right click, no, click on his name. I can't even report him anymore. Actually, yeah, if you guys can't report him, I already reported him a bunch of times. So so this is how you do it. You go to the Discord, go to start here, go to like where it says, glad you're here, Kodi Kai Trades. This guy's obviously not me. You can see from his name over here. His name is Kodi Kai with 2 eyes. Go to view profile, click on the ellipses over here, click report user profile, and just report him for everything. Like, yeah, I'm gonna report his name. And then this is or I'm gonna go back. I don't feel safe. And submit a report. And yeah, this guy's annoying. He keeps coming back with like different accounts. And you know, it's just a repeat process. Maddie, this is a V1 right here. Okay, so this might be an entry right here for a breakout V3, guys. So if this candle here closes green, which it looks like it's going to, this is going to be a entry for the breakout V3. About to close right now.
Order filled.
All right, in the position right there. Set an alert. So this here is the breakout V3. We're now in it. So I just want to review everything here and make sure everything lines up. So we have the V1 pattern right here off the low, buy signal, green candle, breakout V3. Okay, we're good. So everything checks off. This is a breakout V3, second entry for the day. Now let's gotta wait. Thanks, Maggie, for the heads up. Nice. Yeah, so Kenny said almost at the goal of 2 other accounts. So Kenny, I think he has 1. He's about to have 4 accounts, and he took the same trade with ES. Nice work, Kenny. All right, so at this point, now we wait. We got the ATR is super low though. That's kind of the thing that's annoying here. The ATR is so low that it's probably gonna take a while for it to play through. Prices at opening price. Let me see if I go through here real quick. Price was attempting to shift bullish. Let's take a look at all the other time frames. I mean, this might be the swing to the upside. Either way, it doesn't matter. I don't care what the confluences are. I mean, it would be nice to have some confluences, but I don't really care what the confluences are because the strategy is the strategy. So regardless of the fact, we just gotta let the trade play through. Sentiment right now is currently 78% short. So this indicates that 78% of retail traders are currently selling right now. Typically want to do the opposite and buy. So this just shows that long-term price is likely to push up. It's just a matter of time until it does. We don't know when or where it'll happen, but I'm glad that sentiment is in our favor. That's because if this trade goes sideways for a while, then best case scenario is that this does go sideways for a while, but eventually just swings up, right? I mean, it might take some time, but eventually it's going to swing up. So I'd rather have that sideways move and then have, you know, the bullish push in our favor versus not having it. So again, it's just a waiting game here, guys. There's nothing much that we can do here. The strategy is playing as it's supposed to. There's no mistakes here made. Everything's lined up, and now we just have to wait. So this might take a while because the ATR is so low. But I gotta let this trade run to its full potential. Not gonna touch it, not gonna exit early. None of that, right? There's no exiting early here for me. I'm in it to TP or stop loss. Doesn't matter to me. Wherever it goes, it's gonna go. The only time I'll exit early is if it hits TP and it doesn't close out on my Apex or my trade of eight or whatever I'm trading on, Ninja Trader. So that's the only time I'll pull out early. So if this pushes up and hits TP and it hasn't closed on mine, then I gotta hit that close button. All right, so there's not really much here to look at, but I think we were going over Gion. So Gion got funded. Over here. So here we go, Gion. Big congrats to Gion over here getting funded on Apex. I'm trying to figure out how do I edit this. Crop button. Let's crop this out real quick. There we go. Nice work, Gion. Let me go ahead and just save this now. All right, let's save this as a JPEG. TF. All right, so the trade's still running. It's going back and forth. It's in drawdown right now, but like I said, guys, it is what it is. I got to just take the trade as is, and I'm holding it to TP or stop loss. No early exits, no early pulls, nothing, none of that. I just got to let the trade run. So let me just put this over here real quick to our team milestones. If you guys want to pull early, I mean, it's up to you guys. You guys can do whatever you want, but for me, I'm going to hold on to it, of course, because that's just the only way it's going to work. All right, so congrats to Gion over here getting funded on Apex. There you go, Gion. It's kind of cool. They changed their what's it called? Their certificates too with the website. So Gion over here just got funded another 150K account. So big congrats to Gion there. And I don't know if we were missing anything here. Yeah, I think that's it. All right, let me scroll up real quick. Let's see the questions over here. HP said, is there a way to set up TP stop loss on Ninja Trader or just market order? You can set up TP stop loss. You can just click on the chart and set your pending order if you want HP. I mean, there's a lot of different ways. Ninja Trader has so many options. I don't even know all the options myself, so you might have to play around with it. But there's like a ton of options on there to customize like how you want to enter the order, if you want to do market. I think there's also different add-ons too that you can get, like Super Dom and stuff like that. But I enter on the chart, so a lot of different ways there. Yeah, Nick said he might pull out if 8 comes around. Yeah, which is fair. I mean, 8 o'clock is usually that time period where it's kind of like, pull out time. For me personally, I can't pull out. I'm gonna hold on to it. I'm not I gotta stick to the game plan. So if you guys want to pull out early, if it pushes up in profit, I mean, feel free. But for me, I gotta stick to the game plan. This is the only way that I can build my own trade psychology with holding on to these positions, because I'm used to pulling out early too. You guys know that that's typically what I do as well. If I don't feel comfortable about a position, I pull out. But from the data, I have to let these trades run out. I have to let them play through. It's the only way to get the results that I'm necessarily looking to get out of this. So HP is asking, do you only use market orders for entry and exit? I use market orders for entry, but not for exit. So when I enter the trade, I have my ATM set up. And my ATM will automatically set my TP stop loss. So my entries are typically market orders because you don't have time to really set up a pending order for that. I mean, technically you can if you enter late, you can just put a pending order at the entry price. But for the most part, I just enter market and then my TP stop loss is automatically set using the ATM function. And that's pretty much how I do it. So what I'm looking for here is I'm just looking for confluences as price continues to move along. So like one thing that I'm looking for right here is a V1 pattern. This would be solid. Another V1 pattern here would look good because then we'd have another breakout V3 to set up in between. The only problem here, like we discussed, is the fact that the volatility is so low. ATR is currently at 10 right now. So this sideways movement is pretty much, it was expected, right? This isn't something that like we weren't expecting to happen. We were expecting price to go sideways for a while. So, I mean, as many confluences to indicate price is going to climb back up, the better, of course. Again, right here, we have a V1 pattern, so that's a great sign. We have a V1 pattern. We have a pending buy signal on this candle here. So if we get that buy signal and it pushes right back through, then it's going to be good because it's going to look like price is likely to push up higher. But again, it doesn't make any difference to my judgment here with my position. I'm not pulling out early. It's just it's in addition to what we're looking for here, because we're looking for price to push up, but it's not going to make a difference out of my position. It's just going to sit as is, and I'm just going to let it run. It's about to be 8 o'clock too, so we'll see. Hopefully at 8 o'clock, volatility picks up and then it just starts to climb right back up, or it spikes right back up, right? I don't know if we have news coming up anytime soon. I think we do, but it's low impact at 8:30. Yeah. So we got low impact news at 8:30. We have a 20-year bond auction at 10. We have the Fed speaking at 10 as well. And we have FOMC minutes at 11. So, I mean, if anything, we're probably going to get a slow market from now until 11, which was kind of expected anyways. We got some high volatility on open. Market kind of calmed down for a bit, and then now it's just going sideways from now until probably the Fed minutes get released at 11. So, I mean, we'll see. Not really too much for us to work with here again. So let's take a look. The trend here is not really shifting very much. I mean, it's just sideways. We have another V1 pattern here. That'd be good if that poses green. The Kenny's asking, anyone know why the Apex account summary page on the line chart goes down when my profits go up, even when I'm not in drawdown? Personally, I don't even bother looking at the Apex website, Kenny, because it's like, I mean, they try to update it as much as they could, but it's still pretty trash. And they don't even update it until midnight. So for me personally, I never understood how those line graphs work. I just use Tradeobait to identify, where I think you could pull up a graph on Tradeobait as well on under their performance. But yeah, I don't use the Apex website at all because it's pretty not user friendly for the most part. I'm surprised that they haven't adopted something like FTMO, right? Or any of those other funding companies. Like every other funding company has a pretty nice dashboard and metrics. And I'm surprised that they couldn't come up with something that was kind of similar. Because yeah, it doesn't make any sense how those line charts work and how they move. All right, we have another V1 pattern here, guys. Price is now starting to climb back up. Or not. I should just be quiet. Every time I say something, it does the opposite. There's a V1 pattern right here. I'm just not going to talk about the trade at all. We'll talk about everything else about the trade because every time I say something, yeah, it was wild, right, Nick? They can hear me. Yeah. So if there's any questions, guys, feel free to pop into the chat. Again, I'm not touching my trade, so I'm just watching it and letting this kind of play through. And Jeff said soon the Zoom will be silenced. Exactly, right? It's just the ATR is so low. So we're not really gonna get much movement. We might get movement, but not anything that's really consistent or smooth. So that's our main chart at. Main chart's over here. Looks like it's trying to get close to like the sessions down here. Sessions might be a little too close though, so I don't want price to get that far down. Let's see, Medusa, I think it's based on how much profit you made that day. So if you had more profit the day before, then the line will go down. If you made more profit than the day before that, it'll go up. Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense, Madhu. So yeah, what Madhu mentioned over here it makes a lot of sense. So it's based because and it does make sense because they don't update until midnight. So like end of day. So that's like where the line charts kind of adjust. So that makes sense. I think they base lines like what Medusa, they base line movement off of whatever your profit loss was for the previous day. Man, how many V1 patterns are we gonna get? We had like, I think 4 V1 patterns come up already, right? We had 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 V1 patterns. Man, I don't even want to be on the charts. It's like 8:04. I just looked at the clock. Yeah, this is probably gonna go for a while now. I'm not used to being on the charts this late. Let's see, question from HP. HP said, cool, so TP stop loss is 25 on Apex. Yes, that is correct. For both of the breakouts, for the PRB and for the breakout V3, it is set to 25.25. Silence. And there's like, okay. I'm trying to look for things to do here, but there's not much for us to do because there's nothing to look at. So back to the retail sentiment, nothing's changed. It's exactly where it was 20 minutes ago. Nothing's changed here with news, nothing has changed with CNBC. Well, okay, so fundamentals have changed slightly. They were like down 130 points earlier. They're now back down to just 91, negative 91. So they're not as bad as they were earlier, and it's starting to make its climb back up. See what Biden did today. Biden administration to forgive 1.2 billion in student debt over 150 borrowers. You know, all this stuff is coming out just because the elections are this year. I feel like Biden just sat on everything for like the past 12 months. And then now he's like, yeah, exactly. Nick said propaganda at its finest. Yeah, Nicholas said, why is he obsessed with something he can't do? Yeah, I mean, this is just to get like people on his side, and then, 3 months later, he's like, oh, I couldn't do it. They wouldn't let me. Newer payment program called Savings on Valuable Education. Yeah, I haven't even paid for my student loans yet. I have like, because most of you guys know I'm an attorney, so I went to law school and I went to college and all that. I have a lot of student loans. I'm kind of just waiting to see what he does because he keeps saying he's going to do something, but he doesn't. And hopefully Trump does something, or I don't know, whoever is president does something. But I owe a lot, man. I'm like 400,000 in like student loans. So I'm not even paying for it right now. I'm like on, I have like a little, I don't want to say loophole, but there's a way for me not to pay for it at the moment. So I'm kind of just waiting it out. Hopefully Biden does something or somebody does something because I definitely don't want to pay for those. I don't want to pay for something I don't need to pay for. All right, price is back in profit. All right, now we're getting some movement. Yeah, Maddie said filling the gap from that drop earlier. Yeah, we pretty much filled the gap right here, and now it's starting to climb up higher from this point. See, Nicholas said, "Holy shit, is that is so much for student loans, mostly tuition. Well, like tuition plus living expenses, because I lived in another city when I was in law school. So yeah, some living expenses, mostly tuition. Law school is expensive though. College is not as bad, but law school is like pretty pricey. Let's go, sweet baby Jesus. Oh, oh man, let's go. Full TP. All right, so I just let that thing run. Man, that was nice. So this is the power of letting the trade go, right? Man, that was dumb, right, Nick? This was dumb. We were waiting for this for like forever, and it finally came up just to where we needed to go. So that's what I said, guys. Like every day, I'm gonna take these two entries, PRB and BV3. That's it. I'm taking both of these. I'm not gonna chicken out. I'm gonna hold on to it. Not gonna lie, I was getting a little scared down here, but I gotta trust the strategy. Trust the strategy, let it play through, full TP, right, baby? Thank you, baby Jesus. Exactly. Yeah, it was close. I mean, it was really close. I was watching my Ninja Trader over here. I was at like 20 points in the negative. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna get fucking stopped out. And then well, it wouldn't really matter because so for example, guys, like I mentioned earlier, we took the PRB. The PRB hit my full TP, right? So if I lost this trade, I'd just be at break even for the day. And that's what I like about taking these two strategies because if I lose on this one, then I'll probably win at this one, and then they'll balance out. It's break even. But if I win at both of them, then profits are nice, right? Profits are super nice. So let me go over here real quick. Yeah, Edward said first time Sean goes past 11. Yeah, exactly. I'm never on here this late. Rev said, not gonna lie, I was about to bail at 20 points. Yeah, hopefully you didn't, Rev, and you made it right back. But I knew this was gonna play through. I just, you just gotta trust it. And thankfully we trusted it and it played through perfect. So I'm pretty nice in profit for the day. BB3 here, full TP. Okay, so we pretty much recouped the losses from yesterday. I took two losses yesterday. Today I made it right back. So let me take a screenshot of my profits. And we can wrap this up for the day. So I'll get off real quick and then I'll get on for the mentoring session, like super quick. There's not really too much to cover because we were on here just reviewing everything already. So I'll just go on the mentoring session real quick, answering the questions, and then we will wrap this up. So let me put my profits over here. And this is my goal. So like if I have a winning day like this is my goal. Every day, these are the profits that I'm looking to make every single day. So here are my profits for the day, guys. So 1325 times 19 plus 1300. So guys, this is going to be a normal day for me. So every day I'm looking to take two entries and I'm looking to either win two trades and make 26,000 or I'm looking to lose two trades and lose 26,000. Otherwise it's a break even. So win, lose, break even. Those are the two things I'm looking for, or three things I'm looking for. Today, thankfully, both the trades hit. So we're in a win for today, of course. So 26,475 apex profit to close out the trading day with a BV3 win. All right, so there goes my profits for the day. Yep, there we go. So this is going to be an average day for us. Every day, if I win both of my trades, if I win the PRB and the BV3, this is how much profit I'm looking to make, 2,647. If I lose both, which hopefully doesn't happen, which doesn't, from our data, it doesn't really happen ever, then I'll be at negative 26,000. If I win one and I lose one, then it'll be at break even. It'll just be at zero for the day. So you guys can see that, if I do this every single day for like a month, like you guys can only imagine how much profit I would make, right? Like this times, let's see, 3 wins a week, 79,000 in a week. That's a pretty good profit. So I'm cool. This is why I'm okay with just taking 2 trades and just being done, because that's how much profit I'm looking to make every single day that we get on here. So let's take a look at everybody's team profits real quick, and then we'll wrap this up. So looking over here at team profits. So we've got Maddie over here, or let me scroll up real quick. We got David, total profit of 194 for the day. Great work, David. We have Andreas, total profit of 4,590, all wins. Nice work, Andreas. We have Terrence, total profit of 1,400 per account. He has 5 accounts, so well over 6,000 for the day. Nice work, Terrence. We have Maddie here, total profit of 4,200 for the day, all wins. Nice work, Maddie. We have Kaner, total profit of 1,200 per account. He has 3 accounts, so well over 3,000 for the day. Great work, Kaner. We have Narith, total profit of 1,500 on his first account. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well over 8,000 for the day. Nice work, Narith. We have Jeff here, total profit of 590 for the day. Great work, Jeff. What's going on, Jeff? Jeff's a kid. Anyone help me? I think you didn't finish your question there, but we'll probably cover that in the mentoring session. So, all right, guys, if there's any other questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I've been on this live session way too long. I'm ready to get on that mentoring session and then wrap it up for the day. So let me just go over the chat real quick. Thanks, Rav. Yeah, good to see you on here. Kenny said that was tough. Caught the second one. Yeah, no, that last one was tough for sure. Edward said, now gonna wait for that gym pick plus profits, right? That's necessary. John said, do you have a video that shows how to set up NinjaTrader and the copier if we sign up for the indicators? I mean, there's a lot of videos online, John. It's like there's a ton of videos online. Like here, let me just show you real quick. I mean, I plan on making a video. So here's the thing, John. I actually don't plan on making a video because this strategy is so good that I'm actually going to close the signups for the indicators. So I'm going to give you guys a heads up right now. From the day that we pulled, I was talking to Maddie and the guys about this. These strategies are too good to be shared to the public. So if you guys are part of the group already, it's fine. You guys are going to have access to it, but I'm going to take down the YouTube. There's no longer going to be YouTube. I might go YouTube like once a week, like on a Wednesday, but this strategy is like, I'd rather just keep doing this every single day for like years and years and years and not have to, make any adjustments to the strategies. So in order for me to do that, I need to hide the strategy. Like the strategy can't be known to like the entire world. So, later on in the, well, it's probably gonna happen. Like because I'm gonna keep applying the strategy probably by summer. I'm gonna close down, like no new people can sign up at all. The YouTube's gonna come down. We'll probably go YouTube like once a week. And then if you guys want to be on the Zoom, the only thing that's gonna be available for people is the Zoom, right? Because if you guys want to sit on the live session and just take the trades with me live, you guys can do that on the Zoom, but I'm not going to share my indicators anymore. So whoever's in the group, because you guys can see this breakout V3 is powerful, right? This strategy is so powerful that like, if you do this every single day and you do the math, like the profits are crazy. I can make like millions and millions and millions just trading this every single day. And you guys can make it with me too. But if everybody has access to my indicators, it's going to dilute the efficacy of like the strategy. Because I'm just taking these 2 strategies a day, pivot, PRB and the BV3. So, and the thing is, there's like 100 people on the YouTube. Nobody likes the streams. So if you guys really like the streams, you guys could have liked it. And unfortunately, you guys are gonna lose the streams. So it's all good. But I just want to give you guys a heads up now, like especially for you guys on the YouTube. If you guys want to be part of the group and you want to keep trading with us, then get on the Discord because the YouTube's gonna come down. I don't know, I'm just excited for like what's to come because I've done the data on this and I'm going to keep pulling the data from the strategy and just looking at this here. If I can make at least just a couple wins every single month, the profitability is going to be super crazy, not just for me, but for everybody that's in the group. So, John, I don't have a video for that. And like personally, I don't really want to teach anymore anyways. But if you look up NinjaTrader, it's not super difficult. Uh, so you just type in NinjaTrader tutorial. There's like hundreds of videos on here how to set up NinjaTrader. And then if you want to set up Replicanto, it's the same thing. You just do a NinjaTrader copier tutorial, right? Just type that in and you'll find the video here. But anyways, like I said, there's a lot of big things coming for us here, like just for us in the group. But yeah, we'll keep applying the strategy and then you guys will see how it works over time. But then, probably months from now, once we start making a bunch of profit on this, that's the other thing too. Like, I don't want too many people using the strategy because Apex is probably going to get questionable, right? They're going to wonder like, okay, why are all these people taking the same trade at the same time, making all this profit? They must be doing something fishy. So I'm okay with like the groups that we have, the people we have right now in the group. Like we have about maybe 100 people in the Discord. I'm okay with these people trading with me because I don't think we're going to make a big impact. But I think overall it's gonna, we're gonna raise some red flags if there's like 1,000 people making a bunch of profit off my PRB and my BB3. So yeah, that's the next step for us here. Anyways, let me just scroll up real quick and see if there's anything on here. Let me scroll up real quick. Yeah, CJ said it was kind of fun waiting on it. To be honest, reminded me of when we used to trade the 10-minute chart. I know when you used to trade the daily entry, CJ, that thing would take forever. We'd be on the chart for like hours, but then eventually it would hit. So let's see if there's anything else over here that I'm missing. Vimal is asking, can we create a new indicator to show the exact time, including seconds? I mean, possibly. I'll ask my brother if he can make that for us, and then we'll put that together. Because the exact time is right here already. Vimal, I don't know if you noticed it. That's where we're looking at right here. The timer is right there on the side. So we are looking at exact time, but I think you probably want it on the candle. So maybe we can put something like that, but I'll have to ask my brother if he can make that for us. Let's see. CJ is asking, do you prefer NinjaTrader over Tradeovate? I only prefer NinjaTrader because of copier. If like the copier would work on Tradeovate, then I would use Tradeovate because they're a lot more easier to use. But I only use NinjaTrader because of the copier. Nicholas said, does your brother trade with us in the morning? I mean, he probably is. He's here in the back. Let's see. Let me look at the guest list. Justin, are you here? He's probably here, but oh no, actually, so he's only on till 8. I talked to him yesterday. He's only on till 8, so he is on here with us. He's the one that pretty much helped me code all these indicators. Well, he did all the coding. I gave him the logic, told him what to do, and he created the indicators for me. So he's the mastermind behind putting these indicators together. And yeah, no, he's on here. He's just not on here right now. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up for the live session. See, Make Millions is asking how much to be on the Zooms. So if you guys want to get on the Zoom, just go on the website. So go to kodikaitrades.com. Again, that's kodikaitrades.com with a K. Click on live trading room right here, and then you'll get access to it. It's right now it's only 75. It's super, super cheap. So this is the thing, guys. Once I stop providing the strategies, the cost for the live trading room is going to go up substantially. It's going to go up very, very high because we don't want too many people in the live trading room with us, right? I'm probably going to cap the live trading room to like maybe like 200 people because anything above that, there's going to be too many people taking these trades with us. I just want like a solid group of people, like basically the guys who are already here. And then we'll just have live sessions every day. You guys will take the 2 breakouts with me and then wrap it up. So yeah, if you want to sign up for it, if you guys want to sign up for the live sessions, I highly recommend you guys sign up now because it's only 75. The price is going to go up to like maybe 250 because there's no longer going to be strategies available for you guys. And you guys are just going to sit in on the live session. But you guys can see if you sit in on the live session every day and just take 2 trades with us, profitability is gonna be crazy. You're gonna make that back super, super quick. And then it's probably gonna be on it's gonna increase by demand. So if more people want to join in, the price is just gonna go up higher and higher so that people don't sign up. I basically don't want people to be in the live room who don't need to be there. So if you guys are in the live room, that's fine. Your pricing is never going to go up. It's going to stay at where it's at. It's only for new people who try to join in because we want demand to stay low, right? I don't want a bunch of people in the live room, like 1,000 people in the Zoom taking the same trade as us. So, all right, guys, other than that, if you guys have any other questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I will see you guys either in the mentoring session in a few moments, or I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next live session as we continue to apply the PRB and the breakout V3 for tomorrow's live session. So, all right, guys, I'll see you guys in a few moments to, let's see, Ahmad said, bro, 75 in a week is too expensive. It's 75 for a month, bro, not a week. But if it's too expensive, that's fine. You know, you're not the clientele that needs to be in the group anyways. So, all right, I'll see you guys in the mentoring session.